What's up, y'all? It's Tyler. I'm back with another video. This is going to be my first review. I've cut several heads, learned a lot of stuff, could see a whole lot of room for improvement in a bunch of areas. Been reaching out to a lot of people, so my first investment as far as a course was checking out Dave Diggs' video. It's called Course 101 Introduction to Fading. It's part of the hashtag Faded Barbering Instructional Series. And it's by my man Dave Diggs. So I picked that up, got it yesterday. I've watched it 3 or 4 times since I actually got it, and just because I'm so hungry about this thing, man, and I just want to improve constantly, always looking to improve. So I got this, been checking it out, and really it's been great to have, man. It's really cleared up a whole lot of stuff. So let's just get into the review. Starting off, one of the most helpful things was he talks about with regards to your equipment, right? He's an Andis man, so he uses the Andis Masters. These are actually the Fade Masters. And he uses all Andis products. He uses Andis detachables, Andis trimmers, all that stuff. I have found that I've been able to apply the techniques that he's talking about with these clippers on my wall 5-star seniors with the standard taper blade. A lot of this stuff is universal from what I've found, but I do think some of it is relevant to having the same clippers that he uses. So I plan on my next cut, I plan on using these just to see the difference in the products. And I'll be doing product reviews and be able to tell you, when I get more experience with different products, what my experience with that is. But something that's real helpful is he helps with the grips. He talks about, the circular motion that helps take the weight off the fade, helps you to, go in to that fade, that circular motion. I always see, and they look like they're doing it so seamlessly and flawlessly, and you can't really tell what's going on. He breaks it down, talks about how you pull away at the top of it and stuff like that. And for a beginning barber like myself, that's some very useful information. He talks about, look at the wrist. He don't actually say that, but he talks about keeping your wrist loose, and that's real helpful, for doing these cuts, these faded cuts. He goes over a lot of basic stuff coming into the game that you wouldn't know. A lot of experienced barbers may take for granted. They may think everybody ought to know that. The fact is that we don't. So it was very helpful for him to start off, breaking everything down and making it real practical. He talked about 4 faded positions. This would be one area that I feel like he could have gone into more detail on. I don't feel like he missed anything. But one thing that he was talking about, there's 4 fade positions: left over, left under, right over, and right under. And he demonstrated them in the video, but it all looked kind of like the same position. So I was left confused about that. Here's the thing, though. My man Dave Diggs, man, he's a great dude. Shout out to Dave, because I reached out to him on social media. He responded immediately. I asked him what he was talking about, man. He gave me a 5-minute introduction to what it was he was explaining. And what it was is, if this is the line, right over, right under, left over, and left under, talks about, he talked about when you fade and when you blend, you only use the right 3 teeth, or you only use the left 3 teeth, right? And I found that when I try to blend with everything, a low fade turns into a high fade real quick. This kind of helped me out with that. Leftover indicates that you're using the left 3 teeth on the blade, and the over indicates where the rest of the blade is. So leftover means I'm fading with the left 3 teeth, and the over is where the rest of the blade is. So this is the left over, fading with the left teeth, rest of the blade is over. This is left under, fading with the left teeth, rest of the blade's under. So this is right under, fading with the right 3 teeth, the rest of the blade's under, and this is right over. So those 4 positions, it helps you to go with the grain of the hair and helps you to be able to work that line specifically and not be taking out too much. That's really my only complaint about the whole DVD, except for the fact that, man, he made it look so seamless, and he's such a professional with his work and so fast at what he does. He doesn't go through the video fast. He actually takes time to slow down and let you see the pulling away motion, let you see how he works the clippers. But I did notice that, man, he works this arm right here so much. I'm talking about, I can't even make my thumb do it as fast as he does. Granted, I've not cut 20 heads in my entire life, minus mine and my son's. But just to see how fast and how efficient he is and his grip and holding these and pushing it down and being able to fade using this lever. He didn't go into great detail talking about when he chose to use the lever and when not. But it seems like one of those things that's going to come with experience as opposed to something that can be taught. So I found myself watching a whole lot about how he operated this arm. It seemed like when he goes to a new section, he opens it all the way up, fades the line away, and as he goes up, it seemed like he closes it down. When he went to a new section, it seemed like he opened the arm up all the way again, and as he went up into the fade, he would close the arm down again, making the hair shorter. That's really the only... that's not even a complaint, man. It's just, like I said, it seems like one of those things that just comes so natural that hopefully the more heads that you cut, more heads that I cut as inexperienced barbers, will be able to understand these concepts. Along with that, gave me some good information that I wouldn't have thought of as far as when you're looking at a fade, using the sound and listening to it, right? You don't think about... I don't think about it as a new barber. I'm sure an experienced barber does. But when you're cutting, you do hear the hair cutting. And you can listen to the sound as far as how much it's taken off. And you can adjust that arm accordingly, right? Because you don't want to take off a whole bunch and it'd be real loud at the bottom. And then you just gapped him up or got him all too short. I watch these videos as a student, right? Like I'm taking notes. I haven't started school. I start school in August. But I definitely try to take advantage of this stuff, man. These are professionals who are very good at their craft, very successful, that are taking time to show you their art. So I highly recommend reaching out to any professional, anybody that knows what they're doing, and just picking their brains, man. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I know I'm not. I don't know whose nerves I'm getting on, but I know that the people that make fun of my questions, crack a joke, whatever, I'm cool with that, man. It's all love. But I find that there's a lot more people that want to help me be successful in this game than there are the people that want to laugh and make fun and pump up their egos and stuff. And humility seems to be a big thing. Shout out Christopher Burke, Jared Powell, the entire Barber Society, man. I've been giving them shout outs from day one. These guys have been helpful, man. Jay the Perfectionist Barber. I feel bad that I've even started naming people on the list because there's so many people. Dave Diggs himself. There's so many people that have taken an interest and taken time to reach out and help me to understand what it is that I'm doing, man. So please don't be scared to ask questions. I find that I'm generally I'm improving with every cut, and it's due to people willing to share their skills with me. So as far as this DVD goes, being that this is my the triple threat finger, right? That was a big one. That was something else that I couldn't figure out. I was really struggling with how to do around the ears, right? And he talks about using these fingers to work as a compass, right? When you're holding your trimmers, to help you get around the ears, to work as a fulcrum when you're doing the lines, when you're trying to lay out that line on the top and stay straight, and just a stabilizer, just in general, because it's like, what do I do with these trimmers? And it talks about how to use these fingers, man, and that's some valuable information, learning how to hold these trimmers and use them effectively, and not just, I hope I got that right, or, I think I got this. No, you don't have to do that, because you can put a finger there, and you could choose any one of these four that'll allow you to lay it down exactly where it's going, man. And that's some valuable information that I learned from this particular video. I don't know, man. It's just I'm real grateful to have it. I'm real grateful to everybody that's reached out to help me, man. Everybody that's subscribed, even if you just watched a video. Like I said, this is a documented success story early on. I'm so excited about what the future has to offer, man, but I know in order for me to reach my potential, I've got to do some work. I've got to take responsibility for reaching my greatness, and part of that is spending hours and hours and hours learning, hours and hours and hours asking questions, not being afraid to make the mistake, not being afraid to mess up. So just shout out to anybody that's ever put out any information or made any contributions to the barbering industry, because we're so fortunate being new up and coming barbers in this day and age with social media, the internet, YouTube. Man, there's no information we can't find out. So if we don't learn how to do something, it's because we have made a choice to stop growing. Me, I'm hungry. I'm hungry for life. I'm hungry for success. I'm hungry to find out what it is that I'm supposed to be doing with my life, man. I know it's got to do with barbering, and I'm glad to take you on the adventure with me, man. Glad to have you a part of it. Shout out to my wife, honey. I love you so much. Thank you for continuing to support me. I know I've been busy. I know you've been missing me sometimes even when I'm right here at the house, but it's going to be worth it, man. Until next time, peace.